Good morning, high school students. How are you? Welcome to your video lesson for English 10. Congratulations for having successfully finished your week 1 lesson for the fourth quarter. Now, you are about to learn week 2 lesson for the first quarter. That is, to determine the effect of textual aids like advanced organizers, titles, nonlinear illustrations, etc. on the understanding of the text. Are you ready to learn now? Let's begin. For this week's lesson, I want you to prepare your English 10 last and your pen and paper. For this week's lesson, the learning competency for this lesson is determine the effect of textual aids like advanced organizers, titles, nonlinear illustrations, and etc. on the understanding of the text. And for the objectives, first we have identify the most commonly used graphic organizers. 2. Determine the effects of textual aids on the understanding of the text. And for the background information, let us distinguish the two common types of textual aids. First, we have the linear text. It is a traditional method of reading taught to children. It involves reading from the beginning to the end. It reads in sequential order. Examples of linear text are novels, poems, textbooks, newspapers, and articles. Next, we have the nonlinear text. It is the opposite of linear text. The readers do not have to go through the text to understand or to get the idea of the whole text. It is non-sequential, meaning the reader can decide his own reading paths. Examples of nonlinear text are advanced or graphic organized. Moving forward, the focus of our lesson this week is on advanced or graphic organizers. What is an advanced or graphic organizer? It is a tool used to introduce a certain topic and illustrate the relationship between what the students are about to learn and the information they have already learned. It provides summarized ideas regarding something or someone. Now let us proceed with the most commonly used advanced or graphic organizers. First, we have the cycle diagram. It shows a cycle of something from its beginning without an end. For example, in science, this is used to show the life cycle of a butterfly, human, plant, water, and many more. Okay? So this is the example of a cycle diagram. So cycle diagram are mostly used in science where it represents a life cycle of an insect or a human. Next, we have the fishbone map. It is used if the topic involves investigating the cause and effect, or even multiple cause and effect. As for example, the photo is blurred and you want to discuss the cause and effect of the blurry photo. Kumbaga, ipapakita natin using the fishbone map kung ano yung naging cause kung bakit naging blurry yung photo. So, dito sa susunod na example, ipapakita natin kung paano niya pinesent the idea kung bakit naging blurred yung photo. Okay, so here is the example of a fishbone map. So dito makikita natin lahat kung ano yung cause and effect kung bakit nagkaroon ng isang blurry photo. Next, flow diagram. It is a tool used to present series of events or ideas which have a beginning and an end. For example, the TLE teacher used this to show the procedure of cooking banana chips. Okay, here's the example graphic organizer of a flow chart. So dito makikita po natin na meron siyang flow na sinusundan. Next is we have main idea and details chart. It is used to show the hierarchical. Anong ibig sabihin ng hierarchical? ibig sabihin, important to less important. Ibig sabihin nun, is yung magmula sa pinaka-importante hanggang sa less na importante. Relationship between major concept and subordinate details. As for example, in science, the teacher wants to show a section about soil erosion. So, in the next example, ipapakita natin sa inyo kung paano gamitin yung main idea and details chart using the example in science, which is the soil erosion. So, in this example, makikita nyo dun sa taas, yun yung pinaka-main idea natin. And then, yung mga arrow na nakapoint doon sa tatlong bilog, those are the details. Next, we have concept map. It shows a central or main idea with its subsequent topics. It may use a variety of shapes and arrows to show relationships from the main idea. As for example, you want to discuss the elements of professionalism using concept map. So in the following example, ipapakita natin doon kung paano niya ma-express or ma-explain yung elements of professionalism using concept map. Okay, so as you can see in the picture, makikita na natin sa gitna that there is the title, which is the element of professionalism. So around it, may makikita tayong iba't ibang shapes wherein yung nilalaman ng mga ito are the elements of professionalism. Okay? Next, we have tree diagram. A tree diagram is ideal for displaying hierarchical structure. For example, this can be used to show a syntax. When we say a syntax, it is the analyzing sentence structure, tree diagram. So, sa pag-a-analyze ng structure ng sentence, we could use the tree diagram to present the different structure of a sentence. So, makikita rin natin kung paano ginagamit yung tree diagram in the next slide. Okay, in this example, as you can see, makikita natin kung paano bin-break down yung sentence using tree diagram. So first, dun sa pinakatuktok is the sentence itself. And then, upon breaking the sentence, of course, meron siyang noun phrase and verb phrase. Yung noun phrase na yon, that is what we call the subject of the sentence. And then the verb phrase is what we call the predicate. So, kung ano yung bumubuo dun sa noun phrase is madidivide na naman siya. Kumbaga, meron na naman additional na mga words na bumubuo dun sa noun phrase. Just like, the old man, meron na nakikita the old man, of course, yung the, that is what we call the article, and then the old is the adjective, and then the man is a noun. So, ganun din dun sa verb phrase. So, ano yung bumubuo dun sa verb phrase? So, ma-divide yan ulit. So, meron tayong verb, etc. Okay. So, using tree diagram, ma-analyze natin ng mabuti yung structure ng sentence. Next, we have pie chart. Pie chart is an ideal for displaying hierarchical structure. It is a circular statistical graphic which is divided into slices to illustrate the numerical proportion of a whole. So, punta tayo sa example. In this example, makikita natin numerically or yung percentage ng cost ng construction of a house. Example, we have the labor with a weight of 25%, which is yung pinakamalaki sa lahat. And yung timber, or yung kahoy na ginagamit natin sa paggawa ng house, with a weight of 10%, which is yung pinakamababa sa lahat ng cost ng construction of a house. So, dito sa pie chart, makikita natin lahat ng percentage, lahat ng gagamitin sa pag-construction ng house, kung ano yung lahat ng gagastusin. Okay? Now, let us move on with the next graphic organizer. We have the spider map. The spider map's purpose is to define a main topic with specific descriptive connections. For example, it can be used to define art and give descriptive connections about it. So, paano natin gagamitin yung spider map in defining art and giving its descriptive connection? So, ipapakita natin yan dito sa susunod na example. Okay, so dito sa example na to, we could place the main topic, which is yung art, dun sa gitna. Then, we will draw a line in which ang mga line na ito will connect to the words describing art. Just like nung nasa example, yung isang descriptive word is sculpting. Another is we have the painting. Okay? So, ganito dapat yung itsura when you do Spider-Man. Okay, and then last but not the least is the Venn diagram. So a Venn diagram shows the difference and similarity of someone or something. As for example, this can be used to show the similarities and differences between the two fruits like a banana and a lemon. So paano natin gagamitin yung Venn diagram in showing similarities and differences of these two fruits? So, ipapakita natin yan sa susunod na example. Okay. So, ito yung example ng Venn diagram. Okay. So, lahat ng differences of the two fruits will be written side by side. And then, the similarities are written at the center of the diagram. So as you can see, dito sa diagram na to, the similarities are at the center and the differences are at each of the side of the diagram. For the general directions, carefully read the instruction in each activity provided. If there are questions that need to be explained, always answer in complete sentences and be aware of your grammar as possible as you can. If needed, you may use a separate sheet of paper for some activities. For the first activity, match the figures on the left side to its corresponding identification on the right side by connecting the dots. Make sure you follow the instructions, okay? For the first one, you see an image of a graphic organizer. What kind of graphic organizer it is? Okay, the answer is C. It is a cycle diagram. Now, try to answer the other items. In case you find it difficult, you can go back to the start of this video and review the discussion. You are given 3 minutes to answer this activity. Good luck, dear students! For the first one, you see an image of a graphic organizer. What kind of graphic organizer it is? Okay, the answer is C. It is a cycle diagram. Now, try to answer the other items. In case you find it difficult, you can go back to the start of this video and review the discussion. You are given 3 minutes to answer this activity. Good luck, dear students! For the first one, you see an image of a graphic organizer. What kind of graphic organizer it is? Okay, the answer is C. It is a cycle diagram. Now, try to answer the other items. In case you find it difficult, you can go back to the start of this video and review the discussion. You are given 3 minutes to answer this activity. Good luck, dear students! For the first one, you see an image of a graphic organizer. What kind of graphic organizer it is? Okay, the answer is C. It is a cycle diagram. Now, try to answer the other items. In case you find it difficult, you can go back to the start of this video and review the discussion. You are given 3 minutes to answer this activity. Good luck, dear students! For the first one, you see an image of a graphic organizer. What kind of graphic organizer it is? Okay, the answer is C. It is a cycle diagram. Now, try to answer the other items. In case you find it difficult, you can go back to the start of this video and review the discussion. You are given 3 minutes to answer this activity. Good luck, dear students! For the first one, you see an image of a graphic organizer. What kind of graphic organizer it is? Okay, the answer is C. It is a cycle diagram. Now, try to answer the other items. In case you find it difficult, you can go back to the start of this video and review the discussion. You are given 3 minutes to answer this. For the first item, one of the cons of information technology is the student became dependent with gadgets. Okay? Now, your task is to find the other cons of information technology by reading the text. And now, for each pros, one of them is it can improve businesses' productivity. Alright, you may now identify the other pros of information technology by yourselves. Try to read and reread the context for you to be able to identify all the pros and cons of information technology found in the context. For your third activity, complete the Fishbone Map with the causes and effects of bullying written on the box. And then, read carefully the result of the research conducted by the grade 10 students and analyze each phases to find out which are the causes of unreported bullying cases in Armenia Integrated School and which are the effects of it to the students. Okay, for your fourth activity, read the article carefully and then you are going to design and illustrate your own advanced organizer in the box provided to present the ideas about the three types of symptoms of COVID-19 which are underlined below. Your work will be graded according to the rubric written in your class. As a guidance of doing this activity, you will think of a graphic organizer that you will use in presenting the ideas of the three types of symptoms of COVID-19. As example, you may use the tree diagram in presenting your ideas. For your last activity, you will fill out the speech balloons with your personal experience on the effect of advanced organizers as textual aids in understanding the text read in previous tasks and answer the question that follows. Good luck, and may you do your best in accomplishing this task. And now, for the reflection, let us see how well you reflect on the lesson you have studied. How does the use of advanced organizers affect your understanding of the article you have read in Activity 4? What activity did you find challenging? Why? From the scale of 1 to 5, 1 being the lowest and 5 being the highest, how would you rate yourself in accomplishing the activities assigned to you? Explain your answer. Do not be afraid to answer because there is no wrong answer in this reflective question. Okay? Congratulations! You have successfully finished our lesson for this week. In this module, you were able to determine the effect of textual aids like advanced organizers, titles, nonlinear illustrations, and etc. on the understanding of the text. Moreover, you have learned the most commonly used graphic organizers. Indeed, this has been a very productive video lesson for you. By this time, I hope that you can apply whatever lessons you have learned. You can apply everything you have learned here. Do not forget these learnings, for you can carry them with you as you move forward to the next level. Thank you and congratulations once again for finishing this video lesson, and may you continue doing well in the succeeding lessons. Thank you and have a wonderful day ahead.